on this computer. Okay, my name is Nathan with Education Galaxy. I'm the CTO here. I'm going to show you guys the Google Authentication that we're using and kind of try to explain why we're trying to use some of the various scopes that we're using. Notice we have, I've turned it on, so we'll have the continue with Google button. I'm going to show you the first process, which is just how to link the account. There's a couple different account types that we have, but this is going to be for teachers and students. The first one is going to be a teacher account that I'm going to go ahead and sign up for or sign in as. So once we log into this account, we've got just our normal process of we've got our home page, we've got a student center. In our student center, we've got a manage user section. Here's where we're going to have a lot of the Google Classroom functionality and try to direct folks to this. There's a couple other places that they can get certain functions, but for the most part, they'll go to Google Classroom. Right now, it's going to talk about that Google Classroom has got to be linked because we're not aware of the current account they have with Google or their Google Classroom. So we also provide a PDF that we're going to make available that talks about the various steps and how to get there. Right now, we are notifying them that the app is not verified and that we're working on that process to grant permissions to make it a lot more clean. But right now, it's prompting us to log in as Google, so I'm going to click log in with Google. And again, this is a teacher account. Ignore the all the accounts here that I have in place, but I have that as, sorry, I want to, okay, yeah. So edgalgct3@gmail.com, and then password is okay. Again, like I said, this is what we definitely want to get rid of, and while I'm going through creating this video, right now teachers have got to go in and approve to say run safe. If you notice here, we're given the ability to manage coursework, view the grades, view the email addresses of people in the classes, manage the rosters, and manage the Google Classroom classes. They will have to hit OK on or allow on this to make that work. So once they hit allow there, they can come in, and now if they look at Google Classroom, since they're already authenticated, it is going to show them their classes. Now I created a test class. If you look here, it shows the class name. The status is not enabled. If I click on that, I can see my users that I have. These are Education Galaxy user names, or first name and last name, what grade they're in, and then the class name. Notice that right now I don't have an invitation status or a Gmail or a Google email address in place. That will start as soon as I do this next step. So right now I'm going to go ahead and enable Google Classroom. And what that does is that actually makes a call out to Google to enable the account and to create that classroom within the teacher's Gmail or Google Classroom account. So now it shows the class has been created. So what should happen now, for the most part, the teacher's done until the students go in and do their process. I'm going to open up a incognito window to show the student side. So as a student, I'm going to come in here and notice that we do have this continue with Google button, but right now, again, since we're not linked, we're just going to filter them through the normal process, but it's going to be in the all right, so I'm going to log into Education Galaxy, and notice here that that I'm getting a notification to enable Google Classroom. This is the last one. The first one was another test that I'd done, but I created a new teacher to show the full process. But in here, they'd click enable. And notice it's going to prompt them for their Gmail login. So I'm going to go ahead and put my login as, let's see, edgal ndtx4. Again, I'm seeing this app is not verified. So I'm going to go ahead and click that now. Hopefully, again, we can get you guys to approve our this video and our consent screen as soon as possible so that we can make it more seamless for our users and not throw that warning up. But I'm going to hit go to Education Galaxy. Okay. Right now, the students have got to click the permissions, the 4 permissions, which is manage your coursework, view the email addresses, the rosters, and the Google Classroom classes. So we're going to hit allow on that and allow here. And now that student has been linked, which we do show here with the Google Classroom icon above. Now, if I go in back to the Student Center and refresh this page and click this, I will show that here is the Gmail address of the user that has been accepted and the invitation status along with that. Some of the things we are doing, I know we've asked for a profile picture. We would like to do some things. Right now we have a student messaging component. We would like to see about doing some things here where we can pull in the user's profile picture just to help with students. And then on the teacher side, we can do something similar here with the profile avatar if they want to change that to use their Gmail picture. We're just trying to do some things with some forward thinking as to where we might go with this. Now that I do have one student that's been accepted, I can go to our assessment tab. And here we've got the ability to create assignments. So I'm going to go ahead and create an assignment. The assignment type, I'm just going to select by topic and hit next. Date assigned, I'm going to go ahead and assign it for today's date, make it due in a week. It's going to be a grade 5 assignment because that's where my test class is. Here's my Google test class. Load students. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit next. Select a subject, math, and it's going to be multiplying, dividing, decimals. I'm going to just pick two topics, and then I'm going to assign that. Now, while that's loading, I'm going to go ahead and go to classroom.google.com. And I'm going to log in as the teacher that I was using, which is the GCT3 account, and continue. And here's my Google test class that I just created. And then if you look here, my teacher posted an assignment. Right now it shows one student. That's the NDTX04. The other one is not opted in yet. The invite will be there once they log into Education Galaxy, but is not there at this time. So it does show the assignment has been created. We do notify of that. Now, if I log in on the student side, I see the assignments here within our platform, But what we're trying to do, as you guys know, with Google Classroom is make it more of a seamless experience. So if I go to classroom.google.com, and here I'm logging in as my student account. I've already logged in from earlier, and I hit continue. And then here is the class that I just created. I have my 2 assignments. And if you look here, I can see the sign in here, and I click the link. And if you look, it takes me direct. It's using my Google Authentication to go ahead and take me in. It's also got the Google login here, so I can go in here and solve the problems. I'm just going to solve them. We do provide alien explanations on things if you get them wrong, which I did. And it, of course, makes us have to watch, I believe, 15 seconds of this video before we can close out of it. So now I've got to select the correct one. Let's see. Next question. All right. And then if I close this, and then if I go back into it, it's going to take me back to that assignment, and then it takes me back to the same question ID that I was on previously. So now I've got to go through the entire component here. What we also do is once we get the grade, we do push the grade back to Google Classroom for both the teacher and the student. I know we get completion done as well. It's been assigned, but it doesn't show that it's completed yet. I don't really feel like I got to show that part for this. Hopefully you guys don't kick it back for that functionality, because I know you're just kind of worried more about the consent screen. Hopefully that gives you guys an understanding of what we're doing to try to make this as good of an experience for users as possible. We've got a lot of teachers, a lot of schools asking for this functionality, and we're hoping to get it launched pretty quickly. Feel free to reach back out via email if you have any questions, and we can go from there. Trying to think if there's anything else. For now, I'll stop that and go based on the approval process. Thank you.